Hey and welcome to Not Only Hollywood. Today I'm going to review Far Cry 3 from 2012. This is a first-person shooter game. A group of friends is on vacation, but some evil pirates kidnap them and bring them to an island. Just one of them escapes, and he has to save his friends and become a real man. Far Cry 3 is considered by many to be the best game in the Far Cry series. I have played and completed the first game. I have played Far Cry 2, a game I liked. But at the same time I hated it because I got so fed up with it when you couldn't clear the guard posts completely. The enemy kept on respawning. They all come back when you leave the area and make the trip back again after completing a mission. This ruined the game for me. I couldn't finish the game, which is unusual for me. I loved the game and the setting, but I couldn't enjoy it because of the stupid respawning. I have completed Far Cry 4, but I haven't played the other games yet. I own most of them, but as you probably know, when you have completed a Far Cry game, you don't feel the urge to play a new Far Cry game right away. You have to take a break from the series. Fortunately, this problem is solved in Far Cry 3. Once you have killed all of the enemies at an outpost, they never come back. You can concentrate on completing the missions. You don't have to rinse and repeat and do the same thing over and over again as you had to do in Far Cry 2. It was so frustrating. Far Cry 3 is a beautiful game where you can do most things you want to do. That means hunting, swimming, flying around using a hang glider, looking for treasures and killing bad guys. I almost forgot the thing we love most about the Far Cry games, climbing towers. Or maybe not. Freedom is the keyword when playing a Far Cry game, which is awesome and relaxing when you can concentrate on other things when you are tired of just clearing outposts and killing bad guys. It's nice to take a break from hunting down the people who have kidnapped your friends. But this sense of freedom is also a little negative for the overall experience. The protagonist is out to save his friends after evil sick pirates have kidnapped them. The problem is that there are a lot of side quests, and I got preoccupied with other things than looking for the protagonist's friends. The Far Cry games aren't the only series and games that are guilty of this. I miss the old days when the game developers didn't put so many side quests and collecting artifacts and other things in their games just to brag about how long a game takes to complete for the player. The story is a little weak and very short. You discover that when you concentrate on taking over the outposts and completing the hunting missions and bounty hunter missions. Suddenly you play poker with some nasty sweaty men, or what about a little knife throwing? You also get some short side quests that don't take long to complete. But it causes you to lose focus on the most important thing, which is the main story of the game. As I mentioned, Far Cry 3 isn't the only game that does this. Most sandbox games use the same formula and the completionists love that, I guess. But sometimes I wish they had removed some of these side quests and collecting of artifacts, collectibles, what you call it, so that the game could have concentrated on telling an engaging story from start to finish. The story in Far Cry 3 isn't garbage. It's just that it could have been better if the game had given a character like Vaas more screen time, where he did more evil things that made the player hate him and not love him. He's our enemy and you shouldn't like the guy. But I ended up liking the crazy man. When it comes to the characters in the game, we get to meet at least one of the best characters and villains of all time in a video game. I'm talking about Vaas. This is such a cool character who gets too little screen time. When he first gets some time to shine, he steals the entire show and he has a boss that the protagonist also has to take care of. But the boss of Vaas is an uninteresting character compared to the amazing and intense Vaas. There's plenty of action in Far Cry 3. You can choose to sneak into outposts and camps or go in hard with guns blazing. I can imagine that Far Cry 3 is a game that many will play several times. You can experiment a lot with the way you choose to attack the outposts. It should be said that when you get hold of the sniper rifle with the silencer, the game becomes too easy. I played at the hard difficulty and I never felt that the game gave me a real challenge. So I recommend playing at the highest difficulty. The controls are good and smooth when it's time to move around and wreak havoc. You feel the bullets hit where you aim at. It's so smooth. Far Cry 3 is a solid game that offers a lot of variety and a lovable villain in the first half of the game. But the story is unfortunately not so good. You also get an important choice towards the end of the game, which is interesting. I chose to walk down the dark path because I felt the protagonist deserved a hot and dangerous woman. You shouldn't make this choice considering what the motivation of the protagonist is, which is to save his friends. But I'm tired of just being the good guy in games. From now on, I will mostly be evil and make life miserable for the characters I meet on my journey. From 1 to 10, I give Far Cry 3 a 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Sleep well and dream about me.